Welcome. Today we are diving into a concept that is so totally fundamental to our everyday reality, but honestly, it completely defies common sense. We are talking about the absolute limits of velocity in our universe. So let's take a bit of a mind-bending journey of scale to look at the speed of light.
We throw the word fast around a lot, don't we? We talk about fast cars, super fast jets, blazing internet connections. But to really understand the universe, we kind of have to strip away our everyday human definitions of speed. We have to ask ourselves, just how fast is the speed of light? We all know it's quick, but really wrapping our heads around the sheer magnitude of this speed requires us to stretch our imaginations a bit.
300,000. Now, hold on, that is not miles per hour or kilometers per hour. Light travels at an absolutely incredible speed of 300,000 kilometers per second. Just let that sink in for a second. Literally per second. And there is a very important caveat attached to this number from our source material. This is the speed of light when it's traveling in a perfectly clear vacuum, unobstructed space. 300,000 kilometers covered in a single tick of a clock.
Okay, moving on to section 1, laps around the Earth.
To really ground this, let's do some quick math. We have our cosmic speed limit here, 300,000 kilometers per second. Now let's compare that to our own physical world. The circumference of the Earth is roughly 40,000 kilometers around the equator. By stacking these two numbers next to each other, the 300,000 against the 40,000, we can run a really revealing calculation to see what happens when the cosmic scale meets the earthly scale.
So if you divide the speed of light by the distance around the Earth, you get this number, 7.5. What this tells us is that if a beam of light could somehow travel perfectly along the Earth's surface, just curving right along with the equator, it would complete about 7.5 laps in just one single second. Seriously, picture yourself standing in one spot, saying one Mississippi out loud, and knowing that in that exact tiny frame time, a beam of light just circled the entire globe 7.5 times.
Let's make this even more personal. Go ahead and blink. Just a quick, totally normal blink of your eyes. According to the data, in the literal fraction of a second it just took you to blink, light could have traveled around the entire Earth several times. The speed is so immense that our biology literally cannot even process a single rotation, let alone several.
Which brings us to section 2, looking into the past.
Think about this question for a moment. What actually happens when we look at the sun? Imagine stepping outside on a warm day. You feel the heat, you see the intense glare up in the sky. Our intuition naturally tells us that we are experiencing the sun right now, in this exact present moment. But based on everything we've just learned about how fast light travels, is that actually true?
Let's walk through this timeline, because this is where the physics get incredibly fascinating. At exactly 0 seconds, a photon of light leaves the surface of the sun. At 1 second, as we know, that light has already traveled 300,000 kilometers through the vacuum of space. But space is ridiculously vast. Even moving at that blistering, unimaginable speed, it takes time to cross the void of our solar system. The journey just isn't instantaneous. In fact, it takes sunlight about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to finally reach us here on Earth.
Which leads us to this inescapable, totally mind-bending conclusion. Whenever you look up at the sun, you are never, ever seeing it as it is right now. You are seeing it exactly as it was over 8 minutes ago. Because space and time are so completely linked, this extends far beyond our local solar system. Every single star you see in the night sky, it's a historical record. You are quite literally looking deep into the past. Our current reality is always running on a cosmic delay.
And that brings us to section 3, the ultimate rule.
As our source material perfectly states, light isn't just fast, it's the ultimate speed limit of our universe. Literally nothing can go faster. It is the absolute ceiling of reality, hard-coded right into the fabric of space and time. It strictly limits how quickly information can travel, and therefore how quickly cause and effect can even happen. So, I'm going to leave you with this thought to ponder long after this explainer ends. If our universe is strictly bound by this 300,000 km per second speed limit, and everything we observe in the cosmos is essentially an echo of the past, what else about our daily perception of reality is just an illusion of time? Keep questioning, keep exploring, and we'll see you in the next explainer.